Hey guys, welcome back to my backyard. It is late September 2025. Summer is over, fall is just starting, and I wanted to do a full garden update here. It was a great summer, especially mango season. From my big Alphonso tree, I got about 180 mangoes. It was great. Got a whole bunch of other pickerings. I got a couple honeykiss, and yeah. So I want to show you what's going on. Everything is doing really well. Whole lot of growth. Everything's getting big. You'll see in a sec. So let's turn this around and show you what's going on. All right, so I'm going to go over to the side of my house and start over here and work my way around. This here is my Makok Sapodilla. I moved this here earlier this year. It used to be back over there where my finger lime is now. But I was having some trouble with this. It was getting eaten by Sri Lankan weevils. You can still see there is some damage over here. All these leaves were eaten, but it's doing well here overall. It's growing super slow. I got this back in the summer of 2021, so it's over 4 years old. Hasn't really grown all that much, but it's putting out some new growth now. It just flushed some new leaves, and now it's putting out more. Looks like it's finally going to start putting out some flower buds. It has not held on to any fruit yet. Got some little flower buds there. But yeah, it's growing super slow, but seems to be doing well. So yeah, moving on over here. This is my honeykiss mango tree. I got this in January 2023. So about, what, 2.5 years ago. I got four mangoes this past year. It's growing pretty nicely. Let's get it over here. See, it's putting out new growth. Just put out these new leaves. It's putting out some new leaves from almost all the branches. Honeykiss is supposed to be a smaller tree, early producer, similar to the Pickering, but it's a late producer. Although this past year they did not produce late mangoes. I picked them in like June. So looking good. Hoping to get a bunch more next summer. Moving on over here. This is one of my, I think it's my smallest tree right now. This is the Younghans Gold White Sapote. I got this less than a year ago, back in October 2024. It dropped a bunch of its leaves earlier this year and then put out this new flush of leaves. It's growing really slow. Not really sure I like the shape of this trunk. Trying to kind of shape it to grow straight up, but it's not really. But it's alive. It's doing okay. Give it some time. See what happens there. Moving on here, this is the coconut cream mango tree. It's a shy bearer in its first few years. I got one fruit from it this past summer. Oh, I got this in the summer of 2023, so just over 2 years ago. I got one fruit. It was really good. Hoping for a bunch more in the years to come. Looking good so far. Just put out some new growth also. Moving on over to my oldest and biggest tree in the yard. This thing is getting huge. This is my Alphonso Mango. My first tree I ever planted back in June 2018. So it is now over 7 years old. And I got 180 mangoes from it this past summer. I actually tried grafting. I have no idea if this is going to work. This is looking dead. That one might still be alive there. That's not looking good. No, that's not going to make it. These are just some scions from a mango tree at my HOA park that I really like. Figured I would just give it a try. Don't really have high hopes for those. But yeah, this tree is awesome. I gave it a big pruning about a month or two ago. It's already put out a whole bunch of new growth since then. Massive tree. This is as big as I'm ever going to want it. I'm going to cut it back pretty big on both sides once the other trees that are near it get bigger. But I'll let it keep growing until then, because I have some pretty close trees to it. So yeah, going over here, this is my finger lime tree. I just got this this past summer at the 2025 West Palm Beach Mango Festival. After I planted it, it had some really bad shock and dehydration. It dropped like all of its leaves. It got a lot of its limbs turned brown and died. But I brought it back. It's put out all these branches at the bottom since then. So it seems to be doing okay. I had to cut off a whole bunch of branches from the top there that were dying. But it seems to be doing okay now. Looking forward to getting some finger limes. Those are pretty cool fruit. So yeah, let's go back here. Finally, these are my papaya trees that I grew from seeds from a papaya that I ate. When was that? Last year, about a year ago. I bought a papaya from Sprouts, sprouted the seeds, and look at this. It's just finally starting to flower. Got a fruit coming in there. That one is flowering. That one's got some flowers coming out. So, it's going to be interesting to see what these fruit taste like. Should be pretty cool. Should be getting some fruit in a few months from there. So that's pretty cool. Going down here, my Rosigold Mango. Got this back in March 2025. When I planted it, again, it had some pretty bad shock and dropped all of its leaves, but it did put out some new leaves here. It seems to be struggling a little bit, but seems to be doing okay. I think it'll come back. Not really too worried about it, but it'll be a few years until it makes fruit. Got a pineapple over there. Look at this thing. My Pickering Mango tree. We got this back in February 2022, so 3.5 years. We got about 15, something like that, maybe 15 to 20 mangoes this past year. And just in the past few weeks, it's putting out this crazy amount of new growth. All these new bright leaves just came out. So this tree is getting awesome right now. Really cool, bushy growth. Classic for the Pickering. All right. Highly recommend a Pickering mango tree. Going back over there, that's my Geffner Atemoya. I just bought that pretty much exactly a year ago now, last September. It's looking pretty good. It did just lose one of its major limbs from right there. I think an iguana might have broke it off, but since it has broken, all of this stuff is new. So it's kind of not so bad. After it broke off, it put out all these new branches right near where it broke. There are some flowers coming out. It has not produced a fruit yet, but we do have some flowers. Some new growth over there. I put this netting up because I think it was an iguana. I want to try to keep the iguanas away. I think the iguanas like eating these leaves, although not as much as my Soursop, which I'll show you in a sec. So yeah, Geffner Atemoya looks pretty good. Looking forward to eating some of those fruit. Going over to my Mamey Sapote. This is a slow growing tree, but check out this growth that's going on with it right now. I got this back in February 2021. It is a slow grower, but just put out these new leaves. They drop all of its leaves when it puts out new leaves. But look at these flowers. All these flower buds. Look at that. It has not held on to a fruit. It has made a bunch of little tiny pea-sized fruits, but then it drops them. Maybe now it'll hold on to one. Look at those. I don't know. Mameys are kind of big fruits. I'm not really sure if these small branches are able to hold on to a big fruit right now. Maybe this bottom one over here, that's kind of a thick branch there. So we'll see. It's been a while. Coming up on 5 years since I've had this. Looking forward to getting some fruit from it. All right, going over to my Sugar Belle Mandarin. I got this February 2024, so about a year and a half ago. It's growing pretty nicely. It's putting out some new growth right now. This is supposed to be a citrus greening disease resistant variety. It actually made 2 kind of olive size fruit earlier this year that kind of fell off. So it is in the fruit bearing stage, putting out new growth right now. Like all citrus, I am battling a whole bunch of different stuff. Leaf miner, caterpillars. Citrus is tough to grow, but it seems to be pushing through it. So that's good. Maybe I'll get a fruit this coming year. Going over to my next one, this is my Silas wood Sapodilla. This thing is a beast. Man, earlier, maybe a month or 2 ago, this thing was absolutely loaded with fruit. I ate a lot, the animals ate a lot. I lost a lot of fruit to animals. But I was still able to pick a lot of good fruit. Still have some to pick soon. I got this back in June 2021, so it is about 4 years old. It's given me a lot of fruit in the past few years. Highly recommend Silas wood Sapodilla. It is a dwarf tree. You can see how kind of compact it is, and it makes a ton of fruit. Really cool tree. Love it. Going over to my next one. This is my Kari Starfruit, carambola. This thing is growing so fast. I got this in June 2024, so just a little over a year ago. It was a really small tree when I got it. You can see how big it is now. It has already made a handful of fruit that I've actually ate. It's going through some flowering right now. It's like always flowering, always putting out new growth. See, it's like always putting out new leaves. This thing just doesn't stop growing. Starfruit are huge producers. One little tree will give you way more fruit than you'll ever need. So that's cool. I'm gonna try to keep it small because of that. Going over to the next one. This is my Soursop tree. And this thing was totally defoliated by iguanas earlier this year, which is why I wrapped this plastic around it. And as you can see, it's working because it is doing great now. Really nice and bushy. I got this in May 2022. So this is 3.5 years ago. It's putting out lots of flowers. It made one small tiny fruit last year and then it dropped it. See, these are flower pods. There's a flower almost opening there. All different stages. Here's a flower that just opened. I read that they might need to be hand pollinated. I don't really have the time to hand pollinate, which is kind of a shame, but I'm just hoping that it makes some fruit sooner than later by itself. There's flowers all over. There's another one. One of these days, it'll make fruit. So that's cool. It's a really good looking tree now. Nice and big. Over here is my golden nugget jackfruit tree. This thing is a beast. I got this in December 2020. So I'm coming up on 5 years. I've already trimmed it back big time. I cut off a whole bunch from the top, cut back from the side here. Last year, it did make flowers for the first time. It just made male flowers, so it did not make any fruit. But the fact that it made male flowers and the fact that it's quite big. I do expect female flowers and then fruit this coming year. So that'll be cool. Get some jackfruit on it. Going over here, this is my coconut palm that I grew from a coconut that sprouted. It's getting huge. That's probably, its top leaves are probably 15 feet tall now, maybe even taller. Planted the coconut in 2019. So this is coming up on like 6 years. That's what a 6-year-old coconut looks like. And then over here, just a few days ago, I cut down my bananas. I was actually had a group of frogs, what I believe were Cuban tree frogs, living in them. And they were croaking all night long. So I cut it down. But you can see it's already pushing out new growth from these stems. I'll let it grow back. It'll grow back. So yeah. And that's it for my backyard. I do have a little fig tree in the pot right here. Let's go around to the front and I'll show you what's going on over there. All right, so here we are in the front. This is my Oliver Loquat tree. It is growing amazing. It's looking awesome. I got this in May 2022, so about 3.5 years ago. You can see it's getting huge. Just put out these amazing new flowers, although this is a false flowering, what it does at the end of the summer. All these flowers are just going to fall off, and then it is going to flower again in around December, and that's when it'll make the crop of fruit to eat in the spring. But just see how big this is. Looks awesome. Got a couple pineapples down there. Really beautiful tree. Love the shape of it. Love how it's growing. Really cool. All right, let's go around. Over here are my pineapples. Got a pineapple growing kind of off year right now because they're supposed to grow in the summer. But I'll get a pineapple there in the middle of the winter, so that'll be pretty cool. It take about 3 or 4 months from that stage to ripen. I got, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 pineapples, maybe more than that, from these this summer. And then finally, my Jaboticaba. I got this back in November 2020, so I'm coming up on 5 years. This is a struggle. It's always been a struggle. I had it in a pot. I had it in 2 places in my backyard, and now it's over here on the side of my house. It's doing okay. It's putting out these new leaves just now. Still no signs of flowers. It's putting out new growth. Just dropping a whole lot of leaves. I still don't know why the leaves turn brown like this. But yeah, it's kind of a struggle. Takes a long time to bear fruit, but I'm just letting it be, letting it do its thing. I don't really give it much effort. So yeah. And then just a couple more things here. These here are actually soursop seedlings. I bought a soursop from a market a couple months ago. I planted all the seeds. Look at that. Don't know what I'm going to do with these. I might see if anyone wants them. I might keep 1 or 2 for myself. But just kind of a little experiment. Super easy to sprout soursop seeds. That's cool. This here is my seedling from an orange sherbet mango that I tried this summer. Just going to see what happens to that. Orange sherbet should make a good offspring. And this is a cucumber plant that I grew from a cucumber seed. Any cucumbers? I don't see any. but lots of flowers. No cucumbers yet. And that's that. So thanks for watching if you made it all the way through, and I'll see you next time.